Hello, my wonderful people, the viewers and subscribers all over the world. This is Okute Daily Talk, bringing to us this early morning broadcast of Wednesday, being the 21st of December in the year 2022. I am here with another blockbuster of the sword hanging over the southeast. We are going to expatiate and know exactly what this sword is all about. That should be our headline for this day's news. And I want to use this medium or this opportunity to remind most of us who have been hearing my voice and have not subscribed to my channel, please endeavor to subscribe to this channel for more videos, for more interesting videos. Make sure you turn on the notification icon so that you will be notified each time we go live or we post something new on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk News or Daily Talk channel or whatever you may like to call it. So let us move straight into the business of this day. Before that, let me wish all my fans a Merry Xmas in advance and a prosperous New Year. A gift awaits you that will follow me in this journey to the last day, because this ministry is moving at the permanent side. A time will come when I will be dropping my WhatsApp on the comment section for all my commentators, for all those ones who encourage me or the ones who keep on discouraging me in one way or the other. So when that time comes, just rest assured that your own gift will await you, because I'm taking note of everyone that is commenting on any of my content. I don't know about how you are sharing it or how you are making it go viral, but one thing I'm promising you is that a time will come when I'll begin to give out surprises to all those ones who always watch and comment and also encourage. Even your discouragement will also award you a gift. Take that from me. So let us move straight into the business of this very morning. The sword hanging over the southeast. What this sword is all about, I don't know. Sir, in southeast Nigeria, historic grievances are still being nursed till this day. Many in the region will argue that these grievances are justified, but there is no doubt that these days and this year especially, those grievances have been sharpened into a garrote on the grinding stone of Nigeria's complexities as a country and are being deployed to decapitate the people of the southeast, at least economically. It has everything to do with the sit at home being observed every Monday in the southeast by terrified residents. In 2021, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, was arrested in Kenya. Sorry to use that old language. He was not arrested. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and bundled back to Nigeria to continue his trial on the charges of terrorism. Immediately after his arrest and the incarceration were confirmed, the Southeast descended into chaos as the intensity of the attacks on people and property spiked. As if that was not enough, IPOB, in a bid to press home its demands for the release of its leader, immediately devised the sit-at-home, which it slapped on the entire region every Monday. Whenever it has been enforced, it has grand activities in the southeast to halt, with market, banks, schools, and even government offices shutting down as security personnel have looked on helpless while people remain in their homes in desperate fear for their safety. The toll sit-at-home observed weekly has taken on life in the southeast is simply incalculable. Things have since taken an interesting turn, with the IPOB stating a while ago that it is no longer behind the move, that those urchins, those hoodlums, those ones who capitalizes on every single mistake of the Easterners to perpetrate their evil acts have taken over the sit at home. Then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from his detention, where he's been detained in the DSS dungeon, he speak out and said, let there be end to the siege at home. However, because some of those who believe that and tried going about their normal activities met their grisly end, others have been reluctant to believe that the region is safe for normalcy on the days dedicated to the sit at home, and rightly so. Now it appears that the fisheries within the IPOB itself are said to plunge the Southeast into more chaos, with the Simon Ekpa-led faction of the group recently declaring a sit at home for 6 days. 5 days. 5 good days, my dear. Don't make mistake of writing this kind of thing again. 5 good days. Because history, for record purposes, you need to be accurate when you're writing this news. I warn you for the last time, my writer. While government in the region and the IPOB itself have scrambled to clarify that people could go about their normal activities, deadly attacks have rumbled across the region to press home the deadly seriousness of the group. What more indigeneity do the people of the region that was almost submerged in the debris of a senseless civil war suffer at the hands of desperate criminals before the authorities wake up and do what they must? How many more people need to be killed in the Southeast before the authorities in the region and at the federal level convince themselves that it is decisive action that can be housed the madness? How do you expect the federal government to act? It has been their prayers all this while for the Southeast, that is the most peaceful region in the country. Now they have sold that peace to peanuts. These have been their prayers to make sure that they break these people called the Easterners, because the more you break them, the more they prosper. That is one thing with the Igbos, because we are special people, we are special made. When you are trying to break us, that is when you are even igniting the power in us, the oil in us, the superpower, turbo power in the Igbo man. Try to do something like, okay, let me break these people, or let me make them to feel that, they have been in a tight corner. One that time you will see an Igbo man with springle up from nowhere and be doing marvelous things. So they have tried everything humanly possible to break the Easterners, for where the insecurity we are suffering today is imported violence by so-called cabals in Asorok. Quote me right, and I will give you evidences. You cannot tell me that these people are not seeing what is happening in the eastern states. What did they do? Instead of them to do something in the eastern state, is where you will see bandits ransacking community for hours, shooting gun. Gun is not a silent gun, though. It's gun that if they shoot gun here, no matter how many thousands miles away you are, you must hear the sound. The police will be nowhere to be found. Army will be nowhere to be found until they complete their mission and left. Then few minutes later, you will see the people will appear from nowhere. Where them. They know what they are doing. They brought this insecurity in the east, and that is why you expect them to stop it. That is what they have been praying for. They have been looking for who perpetrated this act until they sold us this Otapia. They are coming in 2015. That helped them to clear everything. Even the promise he made to Ojukwu before Ojukwu died in Castena, he never fulfilled anything. Not even one. He didn't do any single one. He come out on national TV and tell us that I am for everybody and I am for nobody. That 95% of his work in the 8 years will be for those ones who voted for him. Then 5% go for those who don't vote for them. That's the Southeast. And that's exactly what he have did. Upon that, the Southeast is not even interested in government infrastructure. They're not even interested in their petroleum or their appointments. But give us that peace that we desire. They said no, that peace must surely elude from Easterners. And they have succeeded in doing it. But not minding that the eye, where they cry, also they see. And the time shall come when they will all be in their knees to beg the Southeasterners to forgive them for all the atrocities they have committed. Because no anyhow, nothing they will do to break the Easterners, it is never possible. Not the Igbo people that I know. The nuisance sit at home, and the continuing attacks in the region ask pertinent questions of Nigeria as a country, especially of its capacity to contend that which challenges its sovereignty from within the country. People should be free to live and move around from any part of Nigeria to the other without fearing the worst. Until the many questions rolling, the Southeast are decisively answered, Nigeria will remain a distant dream to many in the region. So that is all you need to know about that. About the sword hanging over the southeast of Nigeria. So take this as a case study, verify it, come out and tell me what you think of it. We are moving forward because the news we have today is not here. I have to go and look for my eyeglass because it's really getting tensions here. Very important. Governor Autumn speaks on PDP crisis, reveals when it will end. I just read one article some couple of minutes ago where IU is giving a condition if he must step down. So, but I just saw the headline, but I never go into it deeply. But let us take from Samuel Autumn what he had to say concerning the crisis in the PDP and when all this shenanigans will end. Governor Samuel Autumn of Benue State have expressed optimism that the crisis rocking the leadership of the People's Democratic Party PDP will be over soon. I hope so. But let it not be over that you people are trying to control the economy of this country or coming back again to rule. APC and PDP have nowhere or have nothing to do with the Nigerian ruling this time around. So you people should better think twice. Instead of me to vote APC or PDP, I better vote this AAC, Omoyele Sowore's party. I tell you the gospel truth. Okute News report that the governor stated this while speaking to Benue State PDP stakeholders at a meeting at Government House, Makode. While stating that there is a crisis befalling the main opposition party, the governor said party leaders are working to resolve the issues ahead of the 2023 general elections. Autumn stated that the party was united at the state level and was committed to ensuring it won the 2020 general elections. According to the member of the G5 of the PDP, the stakeholders meeting was to ensure that the party strategies preparatory to the elections is unique. He revealed that the PDP governorship candidate and Speaker of the House of Assembly, Titus Uba, who has been ill for some time, was recuperating in a hospital outside the country. So even yourself, you people will keep on saying you do something. Where is the thing you people do? That everyone now who is sick will be flown abroad with the state funds to go and cure himself. And you people keep jumping up and down. I do well for my people. Come on, go to hospital. They didn't build in Benue State yet. You come out to be jumping up and down with Wike. Assuring that the candidate will surely be home in the first week of January for campaigns. Autumn said, the speaker, who is our governorship candidate, is well and in a high spirit. He had wanted to come back home before Christmas, but I advised him to stay behind and rest well before returning to the country because we are holding forth for him. And by the first week of January 2023, we will all move to the Makodi toll gate to welcome him back home to Benue State, according to Samuel Autumn of Benue State. So let us proceed to the other news we have this early Wednesday morning. Do not touch the dial because we are here to give you the best of the best. Nigeria earns 547 million from 5G auction. President Muhammadu Buhari on Tuesday said Nigeria's target to generate $547 million from the auctioning of the 5G spectrum has been achieved. The Nigerian Communication Commission (NCC) had in October projected that the country would earn as much as $547 million from auctioning 2 more 5G network licenses. President Muhammadu Buhari spoke at the commissioning of the National Shared Service Center, a one-stop shop for ministries, departments, and agencies. The center is designed to facilitate an interface with citizens and houses a cyber security operations center network center and call center as well. The president, who was joined by the Minister of Communications and the Digital Economy, Prof. Isa Ale Ibrahim Pantami, said he approved the suspension of the proposed 5% excise duty on telecommunication service in September of this year. Going ahead with the taxation, he said, would have inflicted untold hardship on the populace of Nigerians. As part of our efforts to expand our digital infrastructure, we increased our 4G base stations from 13,823 to 36,751 from August 2019 to date. This has increased the percentage of 4G coverage across the country from 20% to 77.52%, also from August of 2019 to date. We have also followed this up with the rollout of 5G services. It is noteworthy that the digital economy sector has excelled in generating revenue for the government. In particular, at the ministerial retreat that I chaired from the 18th to 19th October of 2022, our independent analysts adjourned the digital economy sector to have generated 597% of its revenue targeted from the 2019 baseline. This is very commendable. My question is, when are we getting 24 hours electricity in Nigeria? That is the question. Let's leave all this telecommunication. This is business. It's someone's business. If you all people know the amount of money that Nigeria, the MTN is taken away from Nigeria on daily basis, you will shake your head. But look at what you are saying here. MTN is taking on monthly basis $13 billion from Nigeria, out of Nigeria. And look at what you are talking, $547 million, which is not even enough for Pantami to sign line and give us stories. As part of these unprecedented achievements, the sector generated over $547 million from the auctioning of the 5G spectrum alone, the president said. That is all you need to know about the 5G network. I beg, where are our pastors who said that the 5G is of devil? Since till now, I never see anybody who died, and they say the cause of the person's death is 5G. They keep on giving fake miracles and fake prophecies. When they don't know anything to say, they will find one excuse or the other to give, order to keep on siphoning their members or making them to still remain loyal, whereby even them that when they are remembered to remain loyal, they are not loyal to their God. How many of them can come out and tell you, oh, I have somebody I'm giving an account to? They don't have anybody. They can only siphon their congregators and tell you the God says this and God says that, even when God has not said. How many of them are hearing from God? Which God self is speaking to them? Is it the God that I know, or the God or the gods that they know? Let us be realistic and let us tell ourselves the truth. A time has come when everybody have to restore to their home and worship whatever you believe, because all these people, they have duped us enough. And somebody come out on national TV and tell us that 5G is not a day. 5G is not a day. 5G is the cause of coronavirus. That is why people are dying. The taste of 5G. Now the federal government is making generating $547 million from that same 5G for auction of the 5G. Where is Chris? What is Chris Oyekrome? Abi Kloruke? Anybody who don't know anything to say, better go back home and sit down. President Muhammad Buhari transmits Finance Bill 2022 to House. President Muhammadu Buhari has transmitted the Finance Bill 2022 to the House of Representatives for consideration and passage into law in support of the 2023 budget. The President transmitted it in a December 19, 2022 letter, which was read by the Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, during plenary on Tuesday. He said it was pursuant to Section 58 and 59 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The letter reads, I formally request for the consideration and passage into law by the House of Representatives the Finance Bill of 2022. The Finance Bill 2022 seeks to support the implementation of the 2023 federal budget of fiscal consolidation and transition by proposing key reform to specific taxation, customs, exercise, fiscal, and other relevant laws, specifically this bill's provision, according to Muhammadu Buhari. A. Enhance tax equity by bringing more economic sectors into the tax net and ensuring a fair distribution of revenue recipients to all tiers of government. B. Respond to the climate change challenges through incentives to support the utilization of gas as transition fuel, as well as disincentives for gas flaring and venting. C. Support job creation through sustained economic growth in partnership with key international development and other agencies. Then D. Implement fundamental corporate tax incentives reforms. E. Enhance revenue generation and tax administration through various fiscal and other measures. It is my hope that the bill will be considered by the National Assembly for passage into law so as to provide the fiscal support necessarily for the implementation of the 2023 federal budget. That is all you people need to know about our boo-boo, what he have for Nigerians. Either I will call it a good plan or the bad plan, but the bottom line still remains that this man is a good man. But the cabinet he chooses to work with him are the ones that betrayed him and make life miserable for the Nigerians. Imagine where Accountant General stole over 109 billion naira. Out of that 109 billion naira, 30 billion have been recovered. But the question still goes, what are these 30 billion is going to be used? Because they will still drop it now at the CBN, and the central bank governor, who is under investigation, will tip that one now and use it to be looking for the best lawyer in the country or outside the country to come and defend him. That is the problem. Nigerians who siphon public funds are using the same funds to fight the government. What an irony of leaders in Nigeria. And how we get to this point is what me, Monwem, here reading this news, Okute Daily Talk, cannot say. But one thing is for sure, that everything that have a beginning must surely have an end. There's an expiry date for everything in this life. So whether you are doing good or you are doing bad, be rest assured that one day it will surely expire. When their office expires, they become a normal human being just like me. and then they will face the reality of what they have committed against Nigerian nation. Bola Ahmed Tinubu come to our news today, the presidential aspirant of the APC. Tinubu explains infrastructure revolution plans if elected as president of Nigeria. All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday explained his infrastructure revolution plans. It was a town hall meeting in Calabar, the Cross River State, organized by the APC, not by the government. He answered questions from the audience on his strategies to fund his promised infrastructure revolution. Tinubu's impromptu response drew applause from the audience. He also said he was in the presidential race because the development of the Nigeria was his only concern. Are you sure? Have you built Ajegule? If you can build Ajegule, then you can build Nigeria. But if you cannot build Ajegule, my dear, just like you said, go and sit down or go and sleep. Besides, he said he had the highest degree of honesty compared to others in the race. You degree. Come and explain to us what Billion Van is doing in your house. Is there now a bank branch inside your own compound in Lagos? 2019, you people used Billion Van to rig that election. I know that I don't support PDP because PDP is APC and the APC is PDP. But Atiku won that election. He said moving Nigeria forward was a task that must be accomplished. Are you sure you're not looking for your own personal pocket or your family pocket? I am a progressive. Progressive are the ones to drive Nigeria forward. Okay, so the other ones are not progressive. Is there any Talakawa among them? Is there anyone that is poor that ever come out to contest for presidency? Whereby to buy the form self, no be here. We will work with a team of visionaries, intellectuals, and committed ones that can build our country, he said. All those intellectuals, visionaries, and whatever you call it, Kiniko team, why don't you at least delegate most of those team, even if 50% of it, if not 100%, because you want to become the president, and give it to your principal, which is Bubu, so that he can at least, in the area of insecurity, the inflation that have gone high, so that he can as well use it to campaign for you. Rather, you choose to keep it to yourself. Can't you see you are lying to yourself? You sold this expired good to us, and now you are coming us all again to sell yourself to us. We are not going to agree. No. You have already concluded your term of 8 years through this current administration, because you come out openly and disburse everything that concerns PDP, that PDP is a wasted product, that now is the time for APC to recover the nation. And you people promise us change, $1 to 1 naira. Till now, $1 is equal to almost equivalent to 1,000 naira. Where are we heading to? Oga Tinubu, with all due respect, we don't need you. Answering a question on how he intends to fund infrastructure development, he said, we will create long-term money and face it squarely. Create long-term money. Where are you going to get the money now? That is the problem. When they ask you questions, you answer another different thing. Yeah? I tire for these people who we will change the physical confusion between monetary policy and fiscal policy. We will be accountable and block the loopholes. Where are the loopholes? Who created the loopholes? Answer us at the comment section. We will untangle the bottlenecks, accelerate processes, answer questions, ensure timely regularization of money and treasury notes, amongst others. Tinubu was accompanied by his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima, Governor Ben Ayade, and the director of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Plateau State, Governor Simon Lalong, amongst others. So that is all you need to know about the town hall meeting organized by APC itself. Organized those ones who ask questions and have already organized the answers for our presidential candidate Agbado of APC Limited. So my great people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind, this is the simple news I got for us this very Wednesday morning. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own corner, bringing to us these mouth-watering messages that I pass on to you guys. Have a nice day, and may this day bring us blessings, protection, provisions, among all good health and God's blessings. So let us enter this new day of Wednesday 21st as we are approaching to the end of the year. This year will never see the end of any of my fans. Rather, it will be a blessing to any of my fans, my viewers, my subscribers, my family members, even to those ones who hate me, who don't like what I'm doing. But may the Almighty Chukwuka protect each and every one of us. Until I come your way again, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like any of my content, make it go viral anyone you like, and make sure that your family and friends are part of this moving trend, because we are moving in the right direction. Support Okute Daily Talk, and as you support me, that's how the Almighty Chukwuka will also support you in anything you do for a living, in any way you go, whatever you do, in any way you find yourself. The blessings that I give to you this day will surely follow you and enrich you and empower you and make you to become somebody in this life and the world to come. And your generations, both born and unborn generations, can never regret having you either as their father or as their mother. May the Almighty Chukwuka bless you all. I am signing out. Bye for now. Kemesiano.